Pratique inglês todos os dias, ouça, fale, pratique e melhore suas habilidades linguísticas com a gente. Quando terminar, continue praticando no nosso app. É grátis. Link na descrição. Hora de praticar.
I practice yoga every morning. I practice yoga every morning.
Eu pratico yoga todas as manhãs.
I practice yoga every morning. I practice yoga every morning. I follow a simple yoga routine. I follow a simple yoga routine.
Eu sigo uma rotina simples de yoga.
I follow a simple yoga routine. I follow a simple yoga routine. I roll out my yoga mat. I roll out my yoga mat.
Eu desenrolo meu tapete de yoga.
I roll out my yoga mat. I roll out my yoga mat. I wear comfortable clothes. I wear comfortable clothes.
Eu visto roupas confortáveis.
I wear comfortable clothes. I wear comfortable clothes. I tie my hair back. I tie my hair back.
Eu prendo o cabelo para trás.
I tie my hair back. I tie my hair back. I remove my shoes. I remove my shoes.
Eu tiro os sapatos.
I remove my shoes. I remove my shoes. I start with a warm-up. I start with a warm-up.
Eu começo com aquecimento.
I start with a warm-up. I start with a warm-up. I take a few deep breaths. I take a few deep breaths.
Eu faço algumas respirações profundas.
I take a few deep breaths. I take a few deep breaths. I set an intention for my practice. I set an intention for my practice.
Eu estabeleço uma intenção para a minha prática.
I set an intention for my practice. I set an intention for my practice. I play calm music. I play calm music.
Eu coloco uma música calma.
I play calm music. I play calm music. I light a candle sometimes. I light a candle sometimes.
Às vezes acendo uma vela.
I light a candle sometimes. I light a candle sometimes. I drink some water first. I drink some water first.
Primeiro bebo um pouco de água.
I drink some water first. I drink some water first. I check my posture. I check my posture.
Eu confiro minha postura.
I check my posture. I check my posture. I relax my shoulders. I relax my shoulders.
Eu relaxo os ombros.
I relax my shoulders. I relax my shoulders. I soften my face. I soften my face.
Eu suavizou o rosto.
I soften my face. I soften my face. I like to do yoga before breakfast. I like to do yoga before breakfast.
Gosto de fazer yoga antes do café da manhã.
I like to do yoga before breakfast. I like to do yoga before breakfast. I practice for 20 minutes. I practice for 20 minutes.
Eu pratico por 20 minutos.
I practice for 20 minutes. I practice for 20 minutes. I do yoga on weekdays. I do yoga on weekdays.
Faço yoga nos dias de semana.
I do yoga on weekdays. I do yoga on weekdays. I rest on Sundays. I rest on Sundays.
Eu descanso aos domingos.
I rest on Sundays. I rest on Sundays. I plan my sessions ahead. I plan my sessions ahead.
Eu planejo minhas sessões com antecedência.
I plan my sessions ahead. I plan my sessions ahead. I use a timer for my routine. I use a timer for my routine.
Eu uso cronômetro para minha rotina.
I use a timer for my routine. I use a timer for my routine. I follow a video class. I follow a video class.
Eu acompanho uma aula em vídeo.
I follow a video class. I follow a video class. I take an online live class. I take an online live class.
Eu faço uma aula online ao vivo.
I take an online live class. I take an online live class. I go to the studio on Fridays. I go to the studio on Fridays.
Eu vou ao estúdio às sextas-feiras.
I go to the studio on Fridays. I go to the studio on Fridays. I practice at home most days. I practice at home most days.
Eu pratico em casa na maioria dos dias.
I practice at home most days. I practice at home most days. I try evening yoga when I am busy. I try evening yoga when I am busy.
Eu tento fazer yoga à noite quando tenho dia corrido.
I try evening yoga when I am busy. I try evening yoga when I am busy. I set a reminder on my phone. I set a reminder on my phone.
Eu coloco lembrete no celular.
I set a reminder on my phone. I set a reminder on my phone. I keep my mat near my bed. I keep my mat near my bed.
Eu deixo meu tapete perto da cama.
I keep my mat near my bed. I keep my mat near my bed. I track my yoga days on a calendar. I track my yoga days on a calendar.
Eu acompanho meus dias de yoga em calendário.
I track my yoga days on a calendar. I track my yoga days on a calendar. I aim for consistency. I aim for consistency.
Eu busco consistência.
I aim for consistency. I aim for consistency. I start with gentle stretches. I start with gentle stretches.
Eu começo com alongamentos suaves.
I start with gentle stretches. I start with gentle stretches. I move my neck slowly. I move my neck slowly.
Eu movimento o pescoço devagar.
I move my neck slowly. I move my neck slowly. I roll my shoulders back and down. I roll my shoulders back and down.
Eu giro os ombros para trás e para baixo.
I roll my shoulders back and down. I roll my shoulders back and down. I circle my wrists and ankles. I circle my wrists and ankles.
Eu faço círculos com punhos e tornozelos.
I circle my wrists and ankles. I circle my wrists and ankles. I warm up my hips. I warm up my hips.
Eu aqueço os quadris.
I warm up my hips. I warm up my hips. I take slow, steady breaths. I take slow, steady breaths.
Eu respiro de forma lenta e constante.
I take slow, steady breaths. I take slow, steady breaths. I end with a cool down. I end with a cool down.
Eu termino com desaquecimento.
I end with a cool down. I end with a cool down. I rest in child's pose. I rest in child's pose.
Eu descanso na postura da criança.
I rest in child's pose. I rest in child's pose. I lie down in savasana. I lie down in savasana.
Eu me deito em savasana.
I lie down in savasana. I lie down in savasana. I thank myself for practicing. I thank myself for practicing.
Agradeço por ter praticado.
I thank myself for practicing. I thank myself for practicing. I stand tall in mountain pose. I stand tall in mountain pose.
Eu fico firme na postura da montanha.
I stand tall in mountain pose. I stand tall in mountain pose. I raise my arms overhead. I raise my arms overhead.
Eu elevo os braços acima da cabeça.
I raise my arms overhead. I raise my arms overhead. I fold forward and touch my toes. I fold forward and touch my toes.
Eu me inclino à frente e toco os pés.
I fold forward and touch my toes. I fold forward and touch my toes. I bend my knees if I need to. I bend my knees if I need to.
Eu dobro os joelhos se precisar.
I bend my knees if I need to. I bend my knees if I need to. I step back into a lunge. I step back into a lunge.
Eu dou passo para trás em afundo.
I step back into a lunge. I step back into a lunge. I press back to downward dog. I press back to downward dog.
Eu empurro para trás até o cachorro olhando para baixo.
I press back to downward dog. I press back to downward dog. I pedal my feet in downward dog. I pedal my feet in downward dog.
Eu pedalo os pés no cachorro olhando para baixo.
I pedal my feet in downward dog. I pedal my feet in downward dog. I come forward to plank pose. I come forward to plank pose.
Eu avanço para a postura da prancha.
I come forward to plank pose. I come forward to plank pose. I lower my knees to the mat. I lower my knees to the mat.
Eu apoio os joelhos no tapete.
I lower my knees to the mat. I lower my knees to the mat. I lower down with control. I lower down with control.
Eu desço com controle.
I lower down with control. I lower down with control. I lift my chest into cobra pose. I lift my chest into cobra pose.
Eu elevo o peito na postura da cobra.
I lift my chest into cobra pose. I lift my chest into cobra pose. I open my heart in upward dog. I open my heart in upward dog.
Eu abro o peito no cachorro olhando para cima.
I open my heart in upward dog. I open my heart in upward dog. I push back to child's pose. I push back to child's pose.
Eu volto para a postura da criança.
I push back to child's pose. I push back to child's pose. I step my foot forward. I step my foot forward.
Eu trago um pé à frente.
I step my foot forward. I step my foot forward. I rise into warrior eye. I rise into warrior eye.
Eu subo para o guerreiro I.
I rise into warrior eye. I rise into warrior eye. I open my hips for warrior 2. I open my hips for warrior 2.
Eu abro os quadris para o guerreiro I.
I open my hips for warrior 2. I open my hips for warrior 2. I straighten my front leg for triangle pose. I straighten my front leg for triangle pose.
Eu estendo a perna da frente para a postura do triângulo.
I straighten my front leg for triangle pose. I straighten my front leg for triangle pose. I reach forward and lengthen. I reach forward and lengthen.
Eu alcanço a frente e me alongo.
I reach forward and lengthen. I reach forward and lengthen. I balance on one leg in tree pose. I balance on one leg in tree pose.
Eu me equilibro em uma perna na postura da árvore.
I balance on one leg in tree pose. I balance on one leg in tree pose. I focus my eyes on one spot. I focus my eyes on one spot.
Eu fixo o olhar em um ponto.
I focus my eyes on one spot. I focus my eyes on one spot. I sit tall for seated forward fold. I sit tall for seated forward fold.
Eu me sento com a coluna ereta para a flexão à frente sentada.
I sit tall for seated forward fold. I sit tall for seated forward fold. I bend from my hips, not my back. I bend from my hips, not my back.
Eu flexiono a partir dos quadris, não das costas.
I bend from my hips, not my back. I bend from my hips, not my back. I lie on my back for bridge pose. I lie on my back for bridge pose.
Eu me deito de costas para a postura da ponte.
I lie on my back for bridge pose. I lie on my back for bridge pose. I press my feet into the mat. I press my feet into the mat.
Eu pressiono os pés contra o tapete.
I press my feet into the mat. I press my feet into the mat. I engage my core in boat pose. I engage my core in boat pose.
Eu ativo o core na postura do barco.
I engage my core in boat pose. I engage my core in boat pose. I twist gently to each side. I twist gently to each side.
Eu giro suavemente para cada lado.
I twist gently to each side. I twist gently to each side. I stretch my hamstrings. I stretch my hamstrings.
Eu alongo os posteriores da coxa.
I stretch my hamstrings. I stretch my hamstrings. I open my shoulders. I open my shoulders.
Eu abro os ombros.
I open my shoulders. I open my shoulders. I stretch my calves and ankles. I stretch my calves and ankles.
Eu alongo as panturrilhas e os tornozelos.
I stretch my calves and ankles. I stretch my calves and ankles. I do cat-cow to warm my spine. I do cat-cow to warm my spine.
Eu faço gato-vaca para aquecer a coluna.
I do cat-cow to warm my spine. I do cat-cow to warm my spine. I move with my breath. I move with my breath.
Eu me movo com a respiração.
I move with my breath. I move with my breath. I practice pigeon pose for my hips. I practice pigeon pose for my hips.
Eu pratico a postura do pombo para os quadris.
I practice pigeon pose for my hips. I practice pigeon pose for my hips. I do a gentle backbend. I do a gentle backbend.
Eu faço uma flexão para trás suave.
I do a gentle backbend. I do a gentle backbend. I practice chair pose for strength. I practice chair pose for strength.
Eu pratico a postura da cadeira para ganhar força.
I practice chair pose for strength. I practice chair pose for strength. I try half moon pose with support. I try half moon pose with support.
Eu experimento a postura da meia-lua com apoio.
I try half moon pose with support. I try half moon pose with support. I practice garland pose for my hips. I practice garland pose for my hips.
Eu pratico a postura da guirlanda para os quadris.
I practice garland pose for my hips. I practice garland pose for my hips. I do a low lunge with my knee down. I do a low lunge with my knee down.
Eu faço um afundo baixo com o joelho no chão.
I do a low lunge with my knee down. I do a low lunge with my knee down. I add a side bend. I add a side bend.
Eu adiciono uma inclinação lateral.
I add a side bend. I add a side bend. I practice eagle arms for my shoulders. I practice eagle arms for my shoulders.
Eu pratico os braços da águia para os ombros.
I practice eagle arms for my shoulders. I practice eagle arms for my shoulders. I relax my jaw in poses. I relax my jaw in poses.
Eu relaxo a mandíbula nas posturas.
I relax my jaw in poses. I relax my jaw in poses. I breathe in through my nose. I breathe in through my nose.
Eu inspiro pelo nariz.
I breathe in through my nose. I breathe in through my nose. I breathe out slowly. I breathe out slowly.
Eu expiro lentamente.
I breathe out slowly. I breathe out slowly. I match my breath to my movement. I match my breath to my movement.
Eu sincronizo a respiração com o movimento.
I match my breath to my movement. I match my breath to my movement. I try box breathing when I feel tense. I try box breathing when I feel tense.
Eu pratico respiração em caixa quando sinto tensão.
I try box breathing when I feel tense. I try box breathing when I feel tense. I practice belly breathing. I practice belly breathing.
Eu pratico respiração abdominal.
I practice belly breathing. I practice belly breathing. I count my breaths in Savasana. I count my breaths in Savasana.
Eu conto as respirações em Savasana.
I count my breaths in Savasana. I count my breaths in Savasana. I use Ujjayi breath in flows. I use Ujjayi breath in flows.
Eu uso a respiração Ujjayi nos fluxos.
I use Ujjayi breath in flows. I use Ujjayi breath in flows. I pause when my breath feels tight. I pause when my breath feels tight.
Eu faço uma pausa quando a respiração fica presa.
I pause when my breath feels tight. I pause when my breath feels tight. I keep a steady rhythm. I keep a steady rhythm.
Eu mantenho um ritmo constante.
I keep a steady rhythm. I keep a steady rhythm. I let my breath guide me. I let my breath guide me.
Eu deixo a respiração me guiar.
I let my breath guide me. I let my breath guide me. I enjoy a gentle morning flow. I enjoy a gentle morning flow.
Eu aprecio um fluxo matinal suave.
I enjoy a gentle morning flow. I enjoy a gentle morning flow. I do a short sun salutation. I do a short sun salutation.
Eu faço uma saudação ao sol curta.
I do a short sun salutation. I do a short sun salutation. I repeat the sequence 3 times. I repeat the sequence 3 times.
Eu repito a sequência 3 vezes.
I repeat the sequence 3 times. I repeat the sequence 3 times. I move from pose to pose smoothly. I move from pose to pose smoothly.
Eu transito de uma postura para outra com suavidade.
I move from pose to pose smoothly. I move from pose to pose smoothly. I hold each pose for 5 breaths. I hold each pose for 5 breaths.
Eu mantenho cada postura por 5 respirações.
I hold each pose for 5 breaths. I hold each pose for 5 breaths. I add balance poses to my flow. I add balance poses to my flow.
Eu adiciono posturas de equilíbrio ao meu fluxo.
I add balance poses to my flow. I add balance poses to my flow. I end with a seated meditation. I end with a seated meditation.
Eu termino com uma meditação sentada.
I end with a seated meditation. I end with a seated meditation. I like a slow, mindful pace. I like a slow, mindful pace.
Eu gosto de um ritmo lento e consciente.
I like a slow, mindful pace. I like a slow, mindful pace.
Obrigado por assistir. Inscreva-se no canal e ative as notificações para receber novos vídeos e continuar sua jornada no inglês.